What's up, guys? It's Ronnie from the Broad Street Trades. Back with another Swing Alert recap. No intro, let's just jump right into it. Yeet yeet. Alright, guys, you can see here I just took a few trades this week. Took a CVS swing over the weekend on Friday. I literally alerted this the last of all minutes. Probably like the last 10 15 minutes of the market. I wasn't going to alert anything, but then this actually caught my eye. I'll show you what I saw there. Maximize this for you. So going into the close on Friday, there actually was a demand zone that formed, and then as of Friday closed, it was pulling down into the demand zone. It was consolidating here nicely, so I was getting in speculating that over the weekend it was going to bounce off this. My target was this previous high, and we actually tapped the target and it dropped right after that. Got out for a small win on that one. That wasn't a huge win. This zone is now invalidated given that this demand zone is broken up, but it was a nice scalp of a swing. Sometimes these little swings are better than trying to hit a home run rather than just get a scalp out. Like a quick 15, to 17, 20%. I won't say a guaranteed win because nothing guaranteed, but just something that you just have a little bit of confidence in. I told everybody go half size. Um, Hopefully everyone did, but if not, then it still was a solid win. Next up, we had a loser of the week, XPEV. This was actually a riskier trade, so we took the 35 puts on XPEV. EVs are looking real strong. They're still going as we speak right now. But it was in a supply zone, and what I try to do is when something's like in my setup, I don't just take it blindly just because it's in my supply zone, or take it blindly just because it's in my demand zone. But what I do is I try to respect the zones because they tend to do play out a lot if we would have just held, or if we would have just let it play out. Citibank is a good example of that. Taking a loser, I'll show you that real fast. Taking a loser on Citibank just for it to sell off for the next several days. So this is a really good example of just letting the zones play out. But nonetheless, so we got in Monday into close. It was looking real nice, but I got in. I got us in late in this trade, as you was like around this like 3 o'clock time, and it rallied up into the close. That was not a good sign. I almost alerted to get out of that trade, but yet again, I wanted the tip of the supply zone to be the reason why I get out this trade, and not because I just freaked out and stopped out. And even though I had an inkling that it was going to be a loser given how strong it moved into the close, still want to play the whole zone out. If I would play the whole zone out for Citibank and a few other trades, then I would have been more profitable. So I wanted to make sure that we played the whole zone. Next day we get up, we get out for about 40% loser. Wow, this actually wound up being really really bad if you would have held this. XPEV wound up running for a few more days. I'm quite sure you guys know, but XPEV wound up running to $41 in the next few days. Not a good play here. So this zone is invalidated. Big loss. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a loss, but XPEP is one of those slower movers that once it gets chugging along, that a 25-cent move is really a lot for XPEP. So that's one of the reasons why I was such a big loser. So net loss of 175 here. And sorry if I feel you feel like if I'm running through this quickly, but it's it's getting late on a Sunday, and I just had a busy week. So plug, we took a plug swing. This is one of those plays that I just wanted to be a quick scalp. We took the 30 puts, $2 for a 22% gain. Show you what I saw there. This is yet again another one of those quick like swing scalps as I was just talking about. So plug was actually pulling out of a supply zone that I had. Tapped into the supply zone. Got in the supply zone here. I alerted to take this short. If I'm mistaken, here on Wednesday, as it was just consolidating at the border of the supply zone, not creating new highs, not really necessarily creating new lows either, but it was just consolidating here at the border. To me, this is bearish. My target was actually this demand zone down here to 31.16. We actually got right to the target right at market open. Got out for a nice net 22% gain. This is another one of those just scalps. You don't need. Yet again, I won't call it a guarantee, but I had strong conviction that this was actually going to be like a nice 20% or 35% if you'd have been lucky, or if it would have sold off a lot more. So wasn't a bad trade. Wasn't a terrible week. XPEV obviously took the cake in the loser. Um, it was a high risk, high reward kind of situation. I probably should have um, downsized, took half the size of my position, since I knew it was high risk, high reward. But I try to make sure I put the same amount of equity into every trade. Every once you do that, you want to base your returns over time and not just dollar amount. You don't want to put 5K into this and then 7K into this and then or 7K into this and then 5K into this, because then you'll say one time, you'll say, man, I'm so glad I put less into this trade, and this one was, I'm glad I put more in this trade because it was a small loser. But then this trade, you say, I'm only going to put 3K into it. Then you win, and then you go, okay, fine, I won, and then you put 5K back into this, and now you lose a lot more. So you should always, try to put the same amount into each trade. As you can see for the week, well, look at the account first. So the account's still sitting at 2,300. I keep getting to that 500% and then keep selling off. I keep getting to the 500% and just losing. That's starting to be like a magnet for me. 500% profits and then giving it right back. We was sitting at 500 until the XPEV loss, and then obviously we won on the plug play. Here we go for the week. Only $44 for the whole week. 1.5%. And so far in June, we're actually red in June so far. Here we go. The wins, losses. The win percentage still hovering around 56%. The average win is looking at 42%. It's actually been coming down the last few weeks as the wins have been getting a little smaller lately. The wins have been hovering around 30%, which is, I don't mind giving up 30%. And the wins for this week actually was down. Typically it's around 25 to 35 to 40%. But as you can see, we had a small winner week this year. Small winner, small winner. So consistency is there. The winners just need to be a little bit bigger. It's just been hard to swing in this market. We got quad witching coming up, so that's going to be hard to swing. But till next time, guys, take care.